All right, everyone. So the general list of ingredients you're going to need for this pie, in no particular order, are as follows. Peanut butter, vegetable shortening, actual, whole peanuts, or in this case, as I used, cocktail peanuts, and light corn syrup. And here are some ingredients I actually forgot to add to the list. All right, everybody. So this was a rather rushed cooking video. I was not as prepared as I claimed to be in this video, which I don't think I claimed to be at all, which is the joke, which is the point, but whatever. I wasn't as prepared as I thought I was, because I was working on college and university stuff while also trying to film this video and actually, for real, cook a pie, the very pie you see in this video, because Thanksgiving was the next day. So, yes, I basically tried to get this filmed as quick as I possibly could, which means I left out a bunch of stuff and a bunch of ingredients and some other things, but yeah. And the second camera, as you could probably tell, I was using my phone as a sort of second view camera. Well, at the end of filming that little only segment you saw with my phone decided to run out of fucking memory. And I couldn't film anymore with my phone. So I had to just stick to the main camera thing. So that's why you guys can't see very much until I actually start rolling out the dough towards the end of the actual video. But for my next cooking video, I promise I will have a second camera. I will make sure my phone is ready to be used as a second camera. But with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoy this cooking video anyway, and I will see you for the next video. Oh, and happy very, 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 very late Thanksgiving. And I will do a separate on-screen graph to show the appropriate measurements of the various ingredients you'll need, which I didn't do myself because, as you'll see in the video, I couldn't see out of my measuring cup because it's old and nobody wants to buy a new one, so I had to wing it. So those are the ingredients you'll need for this pie. So let's move on to the actual making of the pie. Oh, and also this video was basically a testing ground for my lavalier mic that you see clipped on my shirt throughout this whole thing. So yeah, I was basically testing that thing out as well as doing a cooking video. So the audio might be a little rusty. Because I still haven't figured out what kind of settings I need to get sound that sounds good to me with the lavalier mic. So I'm going to be messing around with that in the coming days and such to figure out what sounds good on this kind of lavalier mic. And I will attempt to make the sound much, much better. Plus, the refrigerator next to me during the whole thing was humming the entire time, so the little lavalier mic picked up the hum from the refrigerator, so that the audio. And a lavalier mic is a omnidirectional mic, more like a little condenser, so it's going to pick up a lot more background noise than, say, the mic I'm speaking into right now. So yeah, the sound's going to be a bit rusty, but hopefully the video's still enjoyable to you all. And I will be working on the sound in the coming times, I guess we'll say. So, with that being said, let's get on to the actual video for real this time. All right, everybody, welcome back to what is finally my first cooking video in, months. Literal months. But yes. So, I'm back with a cooking video, which is perhaps my most cooking video ever, because, as we all know, Thanksgiving is tomorrow, as of recording this, because tomorrow is Thursday and today is Wednesday, and you get it. So I figured that was a good enough excuse to do a cooking video. And for this cooking video, I'm actually going to be doing something that I'll be eating for Thanksgiving. So I figured I would make a pie for Thanksgiving because pies are essential for Thanksgiving. Yeah, they're pretty American. They're pretty much American. Sort of. Yeah, especially this one. As a matter of fact, this pie is from Georgia. Like the state of Georgia. The state right next to Alabama. To the right there. This pie is from Georgia. I don't know where in Georgia, but somewhere in Georgia. So we gonna make a pie. We gonna make a pie that's so damn American, and my accent's slipping, despite the fact that I'm gonna put on an accent just to do this. That's so American, it ain't funny. It ain't even funny. So, in the annoying words of Paula Deen, before it came out that she was blindingly racist, which is not right. Let's get started, y'all. Did I do it right? Is my impersonation right? Did I do it right? Did I do good? I don't give a fuck. We're actually going to get started, though. I'm done with that. I'm done with the accent. We're going to get started. So the pie we're going to be making today, I got from a magazine, which you'll see behind me there when I move. But I got it from a magazine, a Southern Living magazine, actually. And it's basically what they called it in the magazine as a peanut pie. A pie basically made from peanuts and peanut butter, which is pretty much almost as Southern as you could possibly get, other than a pecan pie. And I'm saying it like it should be said. Pecan. Not pecan, because that's fucking wrong, and that's just bad grammar. But yes, it's a peanut pie. So I kind of fucked up and forgot to make the crust before I started filming for this. So we're going to start with the crust. So we got our bowl, an actual glass bowl. So let's move, shall we? You can see my sort of setup behind me. Having a lav mic is much better because it'll be a consistent volume no matter where the fuck I am in this place. So we're going to start with the crust. And I'll be periodically looking at this magazine here to make sure I'm doing everything correctly. So let's see. And I don't have a blender. And I forgot to bring the little NutriBullet that I have. Okay, we're going to do this another way. So let's see. Peanuts, butter, sugar, salt, bowl. Dang. I wonder if I could use... Alright, so we're going to start with the crust. And I'm going to be... I will either cut out portions of this or just fast forward. So yes. And I'll also make sure to keep an eye on the video. But I have all my stuff pre-prepared. So let us get the measuring cup that I can't fucking see out of, so I don't know what the fuck. Unorthodox, but okay. We ain't orthodox, dear. We ain't orthodox here. We do things on the rogue. We do things differently here. I ain't Rosanna Pansino. And I literally can't see out of this cup, so I don't know how much we have here. That ought to be enough. Let's see how much time we got on here. I took off a few things, so we'll see. And this is also the closest I could get to a, like, the cool, fancy overhead cam kind of thing. Because I don't know how the fuck they do that shit. Plus, there ain't nowhere in this apartment that I can hang it. So we gonna do it like this. So, here is our flour for the crust. So, this is going to be the hard part. I did not bring my NutriBullet. So, I don't really have a way to crush up the peanuts. So, I got another idea on how to crush up the peanuts. So, the way we're going to crush these up is like this. We gon' beat them with our hands. Just like a bar fight on New Year's. Gotta put in some elbow. Gotta put in some elbow grease.
Please stop. I beg of you.
All right. Now that your peanuts are beaten to a bloody pulp,
I can't do my shit anymore.
just like the aftermath of a bar fight on New Year's. And that's about as good as I'll possibly be able to get them without a rolling pin, because I don't think we have a rolling pin. You're going to combine them. All right, next we're going to add 2 teaspoons of light brown sugar, which I got right here. This is the light brown sugar. All right, after the brown sugar, half a teaspoon of kosher salt. Well, we're going to use regular salt because I ain't got kosher salt. We're going to combine those. All right, so after you've combined that, you're going to add the peanut butter. By the way, none of this is sponsored. I wish it was, though. So you're going to add 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, because duh, it's a peanut butter crust. Get off of there. Then you're going to add 1 tablespoon shortening. So it calls for cubed shortening, but they didn't have any shortening sticks, so I had to get the container shortening. So that's out of the question. Now we need 5 tablespoons of butter, which I happen to have, but don't have any cubed butter, so we're gonna go with Country Crock. Always remember to wash your utensils before reusing them. Otherwise, you get stuff mixed in and then, bleh. Now you're going to combine that. And this is where it's going to get a little tricky. This is the part where you're going to get your hands dirty. All right, so after you finally gotten your dough all made and correctly and things, which I sort of did because I'm not a professional. I ain't Rosanna Pansino. She's a better baker than I'll ever be. You need to flatten that out into a disc-like shape. My hands are gross, but I don't give a fuck. And you need to let it chill in the fridge for between 2 hours and I believe it says 2 days, which I didn't do because I'm an idiot, but I'm gonna do it now.
6.5 hours later.
All right, so once you've made the crust and you have it in the fridge to set, or if you're smarter than me and you already did that because you're better planned, then you can start on the main course, the filling, the pie filling, which is what we're going to start now. So for the filling, you're going to stir in your light brown sugar, you will need 1 1/4 cup of brown sugar, and you will need approximately 1 tablespoon of your flour. Well, shit. Then you will need 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So basically like a pinch. Yeah, that's about a pinch. So you're going to stir that together. Then you will need 1/2 cup of melted butter. Yes, that's a lot of melted butter, but hey, we're going by the recipe here. It needs to be melted butter, by the way. Yes, 1/2 cup is quite a lot of butter, but remember, this is a peanut butter pie. The type of filling this kind of pie needs does require a certain consistency to be able to get it correctly, which we'll see if I do it correctly. I'm not trying to do this as a actual super professional cooking video, okay? Why do you think I call this series A Hipster Tries to Cook? And I'm actually going to be renaming this series. Now, this series shall be known as Unprofessional Cooking. Because that's just what I am, not a professional cook. I'm a decent cook, but I'm not a professional. I'm not fucking Alton Brown, okay? I can't do all kinds of fancy shit, okay? So yes, unprofessional. Deal with it. Why do you think I call it tries to cook? Now, once your butter is completely melted, stir in your melted butter. Okay. So you will need a separate bowl for the eggs, which you're going to use 3 large eggs. Man, am I a pro at cracking eggs or what? Holy shit. No. So you're going to whisk those together. So next you're going to whisk in a interesting ingredient. So the magazine calls for either sorghum, which even around here where I live is extremely hard to find. I couldn't find it. I looked for several days at various stores and couldn't find it. But you could also use pure cane syrup, which I also couldn't find. The third option you could use was the light corn syrup, which is easily available. And this is also the easiest to find and cheapest option is the corn syrup. So you can use that as well. So I went with that. Smells like diabetes.
Diabetes.
Oh wait, that actually might be high fructose corn syrup. This is light corn syrup with real vanilla. But this is a cheaper brand, so I don't know if that vanilla is actually real. I think that's high fructose corn syrup. That is the super, super horribly bad stuff for you. But despite that, you're going to add a third of a cup. Once again, I can't read this measuring cup, so I don't know exactly what I'm pouring, which is a major problem, but fuck it. Fuck it! We'll do it live. Make sure you get all. You know, I've always wondered what this stuff tastes like. Yeah, that literally does taste like pure ass sugar. That literally just tastes like liquefied sugar, which I'm assuming is basically what it is. I don't actually know what light corn syrup is. So you'll whisk that in as well. And this is going to get a bit thick because the corn syrup. So this might take some elbow grease because corn syrup is also a binding agent, if you didn't know. But as you saw in the little ingredients listing, I did not have real vanilla extract. I didn't find out until right before I started filming that we didn't have real vanilla extract. I only had imitation. So yeah, I know that's a sin of any dessert. So we'll whisk that in as well. So after you have the separate ingredients mixed together, you combine all of them together into the large mixing bowl. Then you add the most important ingredient, the peanut butter. So you're going to need half a cup because it's a peanut pie. So you're going to need a lot of fucking peanut butter. You're going to need a hell of a lot of peanut butter. And you have to make sure this shit's smooth as marble. We'll say marble, okay? I feel that's the smoothest thing I can think of is marble. Make sure there aren't any lumps. My arm is getting tired. My arm hurts. My arm hurts a lot. Like a lot. Oh, God. You now pour the pie filling into your prepared crust, or whatever type of crust you're using. And you then place it in the oven. Since I didn't make my crust until I literally just fucking started this shit, it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. So that there's just not a lot of empty time or empty space, I'm going to come back to you when the pie is all together and ready to be put in the oven, and then we'll take it from there. So I will see you guys when the pie is ready to be put in the oven.
2 hours later.
All right, everyone. So, our dough has appeared to be firmly set. So, now we're going to roll it out. But, I can't seem to find me rolling pin. Like at all. I swear I had a rolling pin in here somewhere. Where the hell's me rolling pin? We're just gonna start rolling it out, okay? Get some flour on your dough in order to prevent it from sticking. Let's see here. What shall you use? Use it. It's roll. Okay. Now that our crust has been rolled out, we're going to take our pie tin, one just like this one, a little cheap 88-cent pie tin that I bought from Walmart, cooking spray, so your shit doesn't stick. Because I don't want my shit to stick.
I'm over exaggerating that.
That shit's real. Okay. So, next we are going to take a crust, and I'm gonna use the spatula because it's still apparently sticking to the bloody thing. Okay, new idea. I'm just gonna shape the crust in the actual pan because my crust seems to be coming apart. Plus, I like thicker crust on pies anyway. Let's see how good I am. Let's see how good I am with my hands, huh? Yeah, I am a child. There we go. It's starting to look like an actual pie, a traditional pie crust. Crimp up the edges. Crimp. Crimp. Plus, yes, I realize you can't see my face in this video, but I figured this was the best way to film this to be able to show you properly. So this bit's going to be filmed a bit differently. All right, now that you have your crust all patted out and as good and as nice and presentable as you can make it. All right, so now we're going to spoon our filling into the pie crust, like so. And to make this hopefully slightly more presentable, I'm going to try to even out the pie filling using this little thing, which I believe is actually a cake froster, but fuck it, we're using it as a thing. We're using it as a pie leveler now. You know what I envy? I envy those people who can do pies that are perfectly smooth and have no lines or imperfections. I envy them.
And I mean I really envy them.
Interior. All right. So I think that's about as good as I'm going to be able to get it. Once again, I am not a trained professional. I'm doing this as best as I can, okay? Get off my ass. Get off my ass, okay? Jesus. All right. Now that the pie has been successfully put together, now comes the most important step. Baking the pie. And the oven must be preheated to 375. So you're going to preheat your oven to 375, and then you are going to bake the pie for approximately 45 to 55 minutes, or until golden and flaky.
Golden and flaky. Flaky is my favorite crust.
And there's our finished pie. It came out pretty good, actually. Came out better than I thought it was going to come out as. Perhaps a little dark. Perhaps a little dark around the edges, and maybe in the center slightly, but overall, a pretty damn good pie, if I must say so myself, for doing it within roughly an hour and a half in real time, or edited down to 28 minutes for you guys, but you get it. And as of the taste, It tasted pretty fucking good. I actually ate a majority of the pie itself. Well, more like 50%. The other 50% was my mom and my dad. But I still ate half of it. Because it was my damn pie. No, but that's the end of this cooking video, guys. So, hopefully you enjoyed me showing you the process of making a pie, or more specifically this pie. And I found this pie in a Southern Living magazine, but I've actually gone online to see if you can find the exact same recipe, and I believe you can. I believe it's on their website. Just type in Georgia peanut pie on Google, and you'll find the exact same recipe, I believe. If that was the same correct recipe on their website. I think it was. Don't blame me if it isn't. I'm sorry. But hopefully you all enjoyed this video. And if you did, you guys can thumbs up the video, thumbs down the video, comment on the video, comment how I'm nothing like Rosanna Pansino, and I never will be, and I suck at cooking, and my pie looks disgusting, and I didn't do anything right, and I didn't measure my ingredients.
And other things, because you people just like to tear me apart, because it's YouTube, because the...
No, I'm done. Seriously though, hope you guys enjoy the video. And I will see you in my next video. Alright guys, so if you like this video, here are two of my other most recent videos you guys can click on. So you can either click to the left or the right video, depending on which one you like to see. And if you want to see more of my content and other things, consider subscribing by clicking that little face icon right in the middle of the screen there. And I will see you guys in my next video. See you guys.